Let's be real, Bellerick is one of the worst roamers for solo queue right now. He's slow, easily killed, and honestly, in this meta, he's a walking target. Most players see a Belerick pick and think the game is over, especially when you've got a slow farming Granger jungle against a high sustain lineup like Alice and Uranus. But in this episode of Solo Rank Roam Mastery, I'm proving that even with a bad hero and a losing draft, you win by fulfilling your win condition. Today, that was our marksman. I'm going to show you how I use the precise build Dominance Ice into Radiant and Blade Armor to neutralize their sustain, and how I use Flicker to force the engages Bellerick normally can't make. If you can win with Bellerick in this draft, you can win with anyone. Before we break down the late game macro, I want to help you guys stop struggling in solo queue. If you want to rank up, learn from people who have actually done it at the highest level. I'm a former pro player with 300 plus stars, and I've held Global 3 on Jawhead, Global 15 on Matilda, and Global Popol and Koopa. I've coached dozens of players who have successfully hit high mythical glory and even mythical immortal with the testimonials to prove it. I'm teaming up with Dez, an absolute beast of a 1000 plus star jungler and former global #1 Lancelot. Together, we're offering private coaching to fix your rotations, your hero mechanics, and your mindset. Also, if you're looking to grab skins without overpaying, stop buying in-game. I've partnered with Gamsgo as a Diamond Top-Up affiliate. You are saving a huge percentage, almost 20 to 30% compared to the official in-game prices. It's the smartest way to top up. If you're someone who tops up from the game itself, why would you do that when you can literally go to Gamsgo and top up for way cheaper? You can save 20 to 30% of your money for something else. Plus, they also offer subscriptions like YouTube Premium and Netflix for way cheaper than retail. Everything you need, the coaching sign up, the diamond top up link, and the price comparisons, it's all in the description of this video below. Click those links to get these deals, and let's get back to the Bellerick Masterclass. Now, for Belleric's build, I use Tough Boots with Encourage Blessing. I always like using Encourage with Bellerick because it's just works very well on him. And Encourage is just an item. It gives you some gold and XP from minions and creeps, and you should always be buying this first on roamers that don't do any healing. Next up, I used Dominance Ice, one of the best early games, if not the best early game items for tanks, because it offers you some hybrid defense, which is physical and magic defense both at the same time, as well as anti-heal. And it makes you more tankier in team fights. Then I built Chastised Pauldron for the Obsidia, followed by Blade Armor, and then I built Radiant Armor for Alice and Eudora. Then I went with Immortality. For the emblem, I like using Tank Emblem with Vitality, Tenacity, and Concussive Blast. For the spell, I used Flicker. For obvious reasons, we'll go over it. That's pretty much the build, and there you go. Before we get into the video actually, one thing I also want to go over is carry is our win condition this game. Why? Because as you can see, we have a Granger jungle, which is kind of a troll pick. It's terrible. His jungle is so slow, it's very difficult to win any early game fights, as well as a Hajun, who is not the ideal mid laner. But because of that, we really have to try and focus on our carry, because the opponents have so much sustain, like Alice and Uranus, and even Carmilla, that if we don't get carry fed, the only person who can actually shred these tanks, we're going to have a very difficult game. So going into this game, and just by looking at the draft itself, I knew that my win condition for this game is to just get the damn carry fed, and the rest of the game becomes very easy. So remember, always have a win condition, always recognize these comps, right? Tanky comp, if they have a tanky comp, I need to have someone who can shred those tanks. I need to feed the person who can shred those tanks, and that is carry. She can burst anyone here if she gets fed enough. And that is my win condition. If I fulfill that condition, obviously I win. Anyways, that is the kind of mindset you guys should be having. Alright, let's get started with the actual gameplay. Enough of me yapping. So at the beginning of the game, generally what I always like to do, as you guys can see, head over to the EXP side buff and quickly check the opponent's buff. Just like this, I spot 2 people right away, and I have acquired a good amount of XP and gold. Right after I do that, I help clear mid lane. It gives me additional XP and gold, and it also helps my mid laner clear the minion waves and just be a little bit more ahead. Right after that, I know as soon as the opponents are gonna clear blue buff, they're probably gonna head over to red. There's 2 options they can take. Either they head over to red or they head over to lethal. Regardless, I'm going to try to disrupt their jungler as much as I can. because I have noticed that in solo queue, that is the best course of action you can take as a roamer. Since opponents are not so coordinated, you can just do whatever you want and not get punished for it, since opponents are very scuffed and they don't have much teamwork. Now, as soon as I see Obsidia dash, and I'm waiting for Obsidia to dash, as you can see right here. As you can see right here, she used her dash, and right after I use my first skill. You need to wait for these mobility skills first before you use Bellerick, because Belleric's weakness are moving targets. He doesn't have a lot of mobility. That is why I always prefer using Flicker. Once again, as soon as we did a nice little gank onto top lane, because Obsidia was so overextended, then we came back mid, cleared mid for that additional XP and gold. Another thing I want to mention is tempo. Tempo is very important because we went for the Obsidia when the minions were already clashing in the middle. You always want to gank a lane when the minions are fighting each other. If the minions have already been cleared, there is no reason for Obsidia to be sticking around in this area. So you should always wait for the minion waves to clash when you are ganking. Always keep an eye out for that. And clearly, because of that gank, Obsidia is very triggered. As you can see, she said family reunion. Well, Obsidia, welcome to ML. We call this a gank, and you fell for it. So sit down and take it like a good boy, bro. Now, as soon after clearing mid, I'm here to help with Letho, right? I'm contesting Letho for my teammates to secure. Giving control of Letho is pretty bad because this little thing is just gonna vision everyone, and you really don't want that. And you get a little bit of additional gold as well. I feel like Letho is a pretty important objective in itself, but if your jungler never wants to secure it or says back, then don't try to contest it. It's not a good idea. As you can see, our team is a little bit weird because we have a Granger who is the jungle, and as you know, Granger jungle is pretty weak. And as you can see, since his jungling speed is so slow, he was never able to secure the blue buff, and because of that, Alice actually secures it, and now we are in a pretty tough spot. Granger secures the kill onto Carmilla, but it's not a good trade because our mage died for the roamer. The roamer's life is worth the least, so this is a good trade for them. And as you can see, Bellerick isn't really the best early game hero, and this is why he's not really meta, because all he does is just like, I mean, let's just take a minute to just look at him walk, bro. Like, come on, you're not telling me that this hero is meta, bro. That's why I use Flicker for his ultimate right now. This is one thing. Granger doesn't have his blue, and we are already pretty weak in the early game, and we lost that fight. Even though they invaded our blue buff so deep, we still lost. And because of that, we are not winning the turtle fight. That's very obvious. So, if we're not winning the turtle fight, if we don't want to contest turtle, where should we be? We should be on gold lane. Because since everyone's gonna be here, we should be trying to trade on the opposite side of the map. So we kill Obsidia, and then we need to make sure we're pushing this tower to trade for the turtle. This is very important and crucial information. If you're able to take the tower entirely, we actually win this trade because I always prefer a tower over the turtle. However, this time Obsidia is very aware, and this is what happens when you don't gank when the minions are clashing with each other. Because now Obsidia is just gonna stay under tower, and she's never gonna walk up to clear these minions because it's already so near her tower. She has no reason to. So since we cannot find a good gank, I'm just like, you know what? Let's go back mid. Let's take a look at turtle, see how things are going over there. This was very bad. I feel like I would have hit Eudora if I flickered there in the right direction. So like this. I think I flickered. Yeah, I flickered this way, but ulting right away was pretty bad. Because Eudora is just able to walk out of your ult. And this is why I say Belleric's ult is so weak. Even if you're using flicker, I was literally point blank range to Eudora and my ult still doesn't hit her. That's pretty crazy. And there we go. Fortunately, we are able to secure a kill on Eudora because she was way too overextended. And our Gusion has very fast hands. Very nice. Okay, so looking at the current condition of the game, it looks like Borg and Uranus are... I mean, there's a little gank going on here. There are roamer ganks here, but there's no point in ganking in Uranus, okay? Especially when you don't have heroes that have like burst damage that can get rid of Uranus. We don't have that. Gujin does have burst, technically speaking, but I don't think it's enough. Right? I genuinely don't think it's enough. That's why I'm constantly trying to focus on the Obsidia, because you know who can kill that Uranus? Our carry. And you know carry is not playing too bad. He's actually playing decently well. So I kind of just want to focus on this guy, get this guy super fed, and once he's fed, he's gonna carry us. And this was my vision the entire game. However, as you can see, his ping may not have been the best. I'm just ulting the Alice so she moves away and doesn't bother my carry. And just like that, carry gets a nice little kill onto Alice and we actually win this gang. And there you go, carry's pretty fed. So she should be able to carry the remainder of the matches, and that kind of puts us at a really good start. Because even if we're getting invaded and even if we're like they're just being so aggressive like this, our marksman is winning. That means that once it reaches mid to late game, this guy can just pop off. As long as I can peel this guy, we should be good to go. I spot Eudora in this bush, and Gujin is able to secure a kill. And now, after securing a kill onto Eudora, I jump on the Carmilla, but she's pretty much able to run away. And I see that Obsidia once again is being aggressive towards the carry, and I just head up there. I don't want Obsidia to get anything whatsoever. I don't want her to get farm. I don't want her to get gold, because carry is pretty much our path to victory, since we literally don't have a jungler who's able to farm properly. Granger's farming is so slow, he's not even able to farm consistently. Now I'm just gonna walk up mid lane to help Granger clear. And there you go. Eudora stuns and gets away. Emotes, that's pretty annoying. Right, it kind of did get to me. I was like, yo, this bitch, I'm gonna kill her next time I see her. Fortunately, my team gets a nice kill on the top lane. And now I'm just walking around the turtle, hopefully looking to kind of taunt the Alice when the turtle is low, so that my Granger can secure it. Somehow I secure it. I don't know how, but yeah, we do a little ult here. We catch the Alice, she dies immediately. And then now... Or sorry, Carmilla dies immediately. They look pretty similar, their color palette. Now I'm heading towards his first skill. I'm not heading towards him, his first skill. I run up, try to taunt him. I do successfully taunt him and carry secures the kill. Right, as you can see, just like I visioned, since I peeled for my carry and focused on helping her the most, she's actually able to carry me. Literally carry me. A little bit of recall just to get to their heads a bit. As for the build path, you can clearly see that the next item that I'm going to purchase is probably going to be versus Obsidia, which is Chastise's Pauldron. Because Eudora and Alice, let's be real, they're not doing too much damage to me. I'm not very concerned about their damage. It's not something that bothers me too much. But Obsidia's damage does, and I genuinely just want to counter her pretty bad. And as you can see, Eudora isn't doing no damage to me. It doesn't matter. I already have Dominance Ice, which has a little bit of magic defense. And here, the reason I ult the roamer, and you guys must be saying, oh Hajun, why are you ulting the damn roamer, bro? Because look, carry can burst her. And a lot of the times, if you can just get one kill and get out, that's good enough in high elo. You don't have to go for that 5-man set every time. If she's available to kill, she's available to kill, I go for it. I flickered to kind of secure the kill on Obsidia, but carry got it. And then now I see Eudora, and I'm just trying to help carry secure the kill on Eudora too. Carry was gonna get a Maniac, unfortunately, but she died and I got it. It's not my fault, nothing much I can do. That was a pretty good trade, because we got 3 of them for 2 of ours, which is a very, very good trade. I'll take that any day. I just cleared top so that it's pushing. The ideal move here would be to get this lane, since Eudora is dead. This would be a very good lane to take. Mid lane is very important, because if mid lane is gone, you have access to all of this area, right? Oh, sorry, not that area, but this area. We have access to all of it, and especially the blue buff. We have easy access to that, and if we can constantly keep taking it, we actually get up pretty ahead. Once again, I'm peeling here. If I engage, there isn't too much of a follow-up, so I just peel. I know that this carry, it doesn't matter if I ult Alice or if I ult Carmilla. My carry is a tank shredder, right? So it doesn't matter if I set and stun tanks. I know my carry can burst them. There you go. Carmilla is gone. Alice is gone. Obsidia is gone. Just like that. And I literally live with 1 HP. Those are the type of limits you have to try to understand with roamers. Because a lot of you guys are going to look here and you're going to be like, ooh, you know, Alice, Carmilla, not really the best set. You know, these guys are tanky. But you need to understand you have a carry in your team. Understanding team composition is important. And you know that this carry is fed because we've been getting her fed. So we have to put our faith and trust into this, into our win condition. As soon as you put your faith and your trust into your win condition, you're going to start winning. And our win condition this game is the carry. There you go. I got back at the Eudora for recalling at me and showing me some emotes, you know? And I'm just gonna use my flicker to get out here and run like an autistic kid and just run away. I'm pretty good to go. I'm gonna clear this minion wave so that it's pushing into this tower before I leave. I'm trying not to get unnecessarily poked by Carmilla when my teammates are not there to back me up, right? If you're a roamer and you don't have your teammates near you, don't just take back shots for no reason. Don't just let them hit you for no reason. You gotta be tanking damage for a purpose. You're a tank, but that doesn't mean you just let people hit you for no reason. You have to have a purpose behind it. Once again, I'm just trying to invade Alice's buff. I'm waiting for everyone to get a little bit closer to me. I ult the Alice. We secured a kill on Obsidia. Not really my credit. I didn't really do anything for that. And here, I'm trying to escape, but I think I pretty much die here. I don't survive here. But if we can secure kills onto them, it would be a pretty decent... Actually, it is a decent trade because we got Obsidia for me. Now, Lord is up. If we secure Lord, we can end the game. That's really good. We secured the Lord, but somebody gets shut down. Oh, on top lane. Guzhan gets shut down, I believe. Granger and Guzhan, they get a double shutdown, which is not good. In the late game, you guys never want to give the opponents shutdowns because, like, 60% of the times when I see things like this happening, there's a very high chance for the opponents to come back. Surprise, surprise, and nothing you can do. It's just these people overextending and just dying for no reason. And as you can see with my build, I'm building Chastise and Blade Armor for the Obsidia. And now I'm building Radiant Armor because of the Alice. I'm just providing vision. My goal is to not engage, just to provide vision and just to let my team know where the enemies are, giving them information. As you can see, I'm walking away, not really looking to engage. Now, in this scenario, when you have the Lord, the ideal way to use Lord is to most usually like just leave the Lord lane alone. You never clear mid because mid is the shortest lane. You always clear the lane opposite of Lord, the side lane. Not opposite of Lord, but you clear the side lane where the Lord isn't present. And you leave the Lord lane and generally the mid lane alone. Now, why do you do that? You do that because you want to sync up the minions. It's important to sync up the minions. They should be synced up in a line kind of like a bow, like this. It's important because while the minions are closing in, they're always hitting like the 3 towers at the same time. And why is this good? This is good because it's the best way to end a game. If all 3 towers are getting attacked at the same time, it is very difficult to defend all 3. Whereas if only 1 tower is getting attacked, it is very easy to defend versus this. All you have to do is just get 5 people and defend a wave, and then the next wave comes and then you defend versus that. That's what you mainly want to do. But in solo queue, what I have experienced while playing roam is opponents will always, or teammates will always just push mid. There is nothing you can really do about it. And you know what? You just gotta lie down and take it like a good boy, bro. So all you have to do is really try to get a good set when the Lord crashes onto the tower so that you can get a few kills on the opponents and potentially end the game. That's where, you know, you have a huge responsibility. But as you can see, if you perform well in the early game, and this is something I always say, do well in the early game and the mid to late game will become easy for you. Just like how it was this game. I tried to play properly in the early, and I did, and because of that, our mid to late game was good. And now it doesn't even matter, because this Uranus is just gonna die and get bursted by carry. She is so fed. And there. Now, why did we go top lane? Because we didn't want them killing Lord. If they kill Lord, this is not good. It's just a wasted Lord if they kill it. We need to try to get at least one inhibitor with this. And here, as you can see, I think I will probably try to make an engage here. Yeah, as you can see, Xborg initiated. I flicker out of the tower, Alice dies, and we actually secure the top lane inhibitor, which is something I'm happy with. Hey, we got an inhibitor, I'm happy. Why is getting an inhibitor important? Because as soon as you secure an inhibitor, like our top lane minion is going to be stronger, like enhanced than their minions. So every single time when our minions clash versus their minions, our minions are stronger and they will always win and push through. And that is very good because this lane is always going to be pressured and they will always have to worry about this lane pushing by itself. Even though no one is pushing that lane, it will always push itself because our minions are better, takes longer to clear. It's a lot more pressure for them, right? This is why I love taking inhibitors. I'm doing whatever I can right now to help and save my carry, but she's doing pretty well. And as you can see, the reason I ult here, you guys might be like, what? Use your first skill, Hajun. Why are you ulting? I'm ulting here because they're all dead. We can end this game. There's only one person alive, which is Eudora. If I don't ulti Carmilla and let her get away, we're gonna have a harder time ending this game. So might as well just ulti her. These are the kind of decisions you gotta make as a roamer, and you always gotta keep an eye out for the opponent's timer, death timers. And as you can see, we're just hitting the tower. I believe there's one more minion wave coming from mid. Yes, there is. 4 of them are still dead, right? Remember, a lot of you guys were just back here because you're low HP. But you need to understand, 4 dead, it's only Obsidia. Just stun her, burst her, end the game. If you don't end it here, this game could go on for longer. And here, I just decide to hit the tower and win the game because just try to end the game ASAP. It's gonna be the best decision you can possibly make. Now, let's see if I actually got MVP or not. I'm assuming I didn't because Carrie did really well. She deserves the MVP for carrying us. But as you can see, we need to enable these good players to play really well so they can perform at their best. As you can see, look at the carry. She was able to play very well because of the peel we were able to provide her in the early game. Regardless, and we were still able to make it work with a hero that is not necessarily meta or not necessarily very well known to carry games. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, I appreciate it. If you guys would subscribe to my channel, that would really mean the world to me. I'm trying to grow and come out with more content like this for you guys. And drop a like, let me know what heroes you want and what kind of videos you want for the future. That really helps me. I read all of your guys' comments, believe it or not, I do. So yeah, take care guys. Make sure to get our coaching if you want to improve. Once again, remember, $80 for 2 hours, and for 5 men, only $120 for 3 hours, okay? It will really help you improve as a player. And remember, use my link for Gams Go to get cheaper diamonds than in-game. Yes, do not recharge from in-game. It's a scam. Use Gams Go. You'll get it for cheaper, and you'll also help me out too because I get, a percentage, so I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. I love all of you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.